Good morning, folks. It's Wednesday, the 14th of August. It's 10 to 8 or thereabouts. And welcome to a very special day for me. Today marks 2 years since I became homeless in Torrevieja. Since I was staying with a friend and I outstayed my welcome, was asked to leave, to walk down the steps and into the what I've described previously as the wilds of Torrevieja. Now today looks like it might be a different kind of day. We have a prediction of thunderstorms and rain and things, which I can't actually remember the last time it rained. March, maybe April. We're in Spain and we're in the middle of a 3 or 4 year drought. It's Spain. It does rain, and when it does rain, it fucking rains usually. Today they're saying like 3 or 4 millimeters and a 40% chance and 3 different batches of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Let's take a look. Okay, guys. Let me switch. My weather app always does this. Switch to Torrevieja, which is where I'm actually at. Okay, folks. You'll see it's 10 to 8 and it's already 26 degrees with a high predicted for the day of 30 and a low of 23. If we look at the hourly, well, you can see the thunderstorm warning. But if we scroll forward a few hours, you'll see 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. 40% chance of thunderstorms and rain and all that good stuff that goes with it. It's only today. We'll scroll down and we'll look at the rain. The rain prediction for the day: precipitation 3.8 millimeters. It's nothing. Thunderstorms with no real rain. But what often happens is, as we get nearer the time, if it does actually rain and the percentages firm up, this number will shoot up probably to nearer 20 millimeters. That's a starting point. That's when you know that you're in for something. It starts at 20 millimeters, which is what, 3/4 of an inch, a bit more, 4/5 technically. But at the minute it's an 1/8 of an inch. No, 1/6 of an inch. Something and nothing for the day. But like I said, if it actually is going to rain, that number will firm up and will rise. But yeah, that's different. I literally can't remember the last time it rained. So that'll be fun. And a test for the tent. Let's see. Okay, guys. Let's wait and see how the day evolves. Later. The sun is shining. Quite a clear sky. But it's raining. Raining in my heart. The weatherman promised me a bright sunshiny day. I know he didn't mean to lie, but it's raining. Raining in my heart. Or raining on my tent at least. Apologies to Elvis. Don't think it's going to last long. But we have got rain forecast for soon, the next hour or two. So, something to watch out for, eh? But look, there's hardly a cloud anywhere near us. Oh, that one there maybe. It's not a cloud directly above us, but we've got rain landing on us. What do you know? Who knew? Still waiting to see how the day develops, guys. It's impressive to think that it's red hot, and I'm here not even with a shirt on, because I'm so hot. But it's going to rain. Doesn't really look or feel like it, but who knows? I guess that cloud over there could look like it, although that's gone. The wind's going the other way. So we're looking over here for the incoming clouds. And it kind of don't really look like it, does it? Well, hey, don't argue with the weather forecast. Not till after the event anyway. Okay guys, let's wait and see what happens. Later. Hold on, wait a minute now. What's all this? Now rain likely around 1600, 4 in the afternoon. What happened to all the stuff that was going to happen at 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock? We were like 90%, we were 100% for rain today, we're now down to 70% for thunder and lightning and rain today. And it's not going to happen until 3 o'clock. 3 while 7. Worse than that, this is what gets me. This is Google, the mathematical geniuses that they are. Okay. If any of you have ever looked at a mathematical thing called an expected value, where you multiply the value of a possible outcome by the chance of it happening. So in this case, you see the 4.1 millimeters here. 70% chance of 4.1 millimeters. Multiply that out, it comes out at about 3 millimeters. 60% chance of 1.8, that's going to come out somewhere around 1 millimeter. You add all those together, you multiply each one out individually and add them all together, and it does not come to anywhere near 10 millimeters. In fact, if you just added up all of these millimeters across this entire line, don't even bother about the fact that they're 5% or 10% chance of happening. If you just add up the actual rainfall values, they don't come to fucking 10 millimeters. 4 plus 2 plus a half, that's 6.5. Add up all these 7.5, 8.5, you'd struggle to get to bloody 9. Never mind something nearer 11, and I'm not even multiplying out by the probabilities. Google, you mathematical fucking geniuses. How do you do it? I don't know if this goes in my main video or if this is a separate rant, because this is just bad maths, or bad math if you're American. Seriously guys, multiply out each of these values. 4.1 by 70%, or 4.1 by 0.7, 1.8 by 0.6, 0.3 by 0.4. Multiply each one out and add them all together and tell me what value you come to. I haven't got the time or the patience, but it's not going to be 10.7 millimeters. No way, Jose. I doubt that you get above 7. I doubt very much that you get anywhere near 7. Probably not even anywhere near 5, but what the fuck. What do I know? I'm just a tramp in a field. Okay guys, later. Okay folks, in the distance we've got thunder. Can't see the lightning. We've got thunder. Let me show you the sky as it is. Over that way I can hear thunder. There's a rumble just now. I don't know if the camera's good enough or if the phone's good enough to pick that up, but it's there. Okay guys, the thunder's definitely in that direction, but it's sporadic. But what I want to show you is this. If you saw last week when my tent took some damage and I said I was going to try and fix it that day, look what happens when you don't. It was a little tear, maybe here, this time last week, and this has just gone today in the wind. And that's my fault for being, I don't know, bone idle, lazy. I got to try and, the aim was to stop it from running, but I don't know what I can do with it now. I think it's too late. I don't know that I can do anything with that. It hasn't really got anywhere else to go. It is what it is. I mean, I guess it could get a little bit worse up here, maybe, but it doesn't look like that's the direction it's gonna go. So is there any point? I don't know. I brought the tape and the scissors, but it looks like I'm closing the door after the horse has bolted. I'll give it a go. Let's see what happens. Back in a minute. Okay, folks. I've put some tape on the tent. I'm not gonna call it a repair. Let's take a look. The aim is just to stop it getting worse. It's not to make a pretty repair. Let's look. Okay? The aim is just to stop it getting worse. It's not meant to look pretty. It's not meant to be particularly functional. Just don't let the tear run at either side, and I I don't know, try and pretend to keep attached somewhere in the middle so that maybe reduces the chances of it running and getting worse at the edges. I don't know. Who knows? What do I know? I'm just a tramp. Well, let's take a step to the side and have a look. It's only been about 5 minutes, but look how much worse that sky got. Now, what I still don't understand, do you see those flags on the top of that building? Look at those flags. Look at which way the wind's blowing. From behind me and slightly to my right, going that way. So that means we should be about to be getting these clouds from over here. And they're not bad. But the weather forecast is bad, and it's getting darker and more horrible. It's like the clouds up top aren't moving the same way as those flags indicate. So we might have low-level winds blowing in one direction and high-level winds, high-level clouds coming in from a totally different direction. Which I have seen here sometimes. You can sit here and watch one layer of cloud go one way while another layer of cloud blows the other. But there is thunder. I don't know how well you might pick that up or not. It's just interesting that those flags don't seem to show the actual direction of the cloud movement. We'll live and we'll learn. I'm going to pick up my tape and my scissors and get my Tina girl. Look, I haven't shown you the Tina girl. Tina girl, hey! Say hello to the peoples. Hey, babe. Hey! Here she is. She doesn't like the thunder. She gets nervous and tries to run away from me. Tries to run away from camp and find a hole to hide in. Or if she's inside the tent, she tries to back right into a corner, pull the fabric tight and then sit down on the fabric. Which, as you can imagine, I'm not a big fan of. Let's see. Let me get my tape, let me get my dog and get inside before it starts to rain. Join me on Sundays for TrampCast. It's the weekly look at the successes, the failures, the happenings in my life as a tramp, a homeless guy, a hobo, living in Torrevieja in Spain. It's at 5 o'clock Spanish time, Central European time. It's at 4 PM British Summer Time. And 10 AM US Central Time. Love to see you there, folks. Okay. Delta Mike, out. Okay, folks. As I might have said before, later. Hey guys, here's my Tina girl. She really doesn't like thunder and lightning, and she doesn't like rain. Hey baby girl, you're on the bed with daddy, nice and safe. Daddy's okay, Tina's okay, we're all okay. Yeah, we're all okay. I've just had to do a running repair on the zip on the main door over here. Let me show. Because the tent is an arch, when the door's open, water runs down the roof and then just drops inside the door. And the door wasn't closing. The zip wasn't working. It was skipping and leaving. It was running along and just not closing the tracks behind it. I don't know if you've ever had to fix a zip, but the best way usually, when that kind of thing's happening, usually what it is, your zip's been caught on fabric and things when you've been opening and closing it. And over time, when it gets caught on the fabric, the mechanism gets pulled apart. So it's not providing enough pressure to push the teeth together when you close the zip. So the trick is to take a pair of pliers. Now down the centre line of the mechanism, the zip fastener, there's a ridge that's got the pull over. But you want to take your pliers and press to the right hand side of that zip, of that centre line on the zip mechanism, and then to the left of that centre line on the mechanism. Just a good push, but don't be silly with it, you know, but just give it a good squeeze. And what you find then, 9 times out of 10, is that your zip works again, and that's fastened almost perfectly. There's one little bit on the corner where it pulls a little tighter. There's one little bit, maybe a centimetre, that didn't fasten. Now, whether that means I need to push more firmly, or whether it means there's something wrong with the shape of the tent. If you remember with my last tent, it all started to sag and bow out and pull outwards and be misshapen, and nothing fitted anymore. Could be that. Tent's it's not getting old, it's about 5 months old. But it's not young, is it? And it's been in constant, continuous use in the sun and the wind and the rain and whatever the weather's thrown at it. It's had more use than most tents would get in a lifetime, in their lifetime. So got to bear that in mind. Anyway, back to my girl. Here she is. She hates the thunder. It's okay, babe. It's okay, babe. I got you. I got you. I got you. It's okay. Tina's okay. Daddy's okay. We're all okay. Hey, babe. Just lay down. Just lay down. Come on, lay down. I got you, babe. I got you. Okay, folks. Later. Okay, guys. 3:10, and it's hammering it down. Of course, as I start the camera, it quietens down and isn't as bad as it had been previously. But that's not the point. Just give it another minute, see whether it carries on. It's quietening off, isn't it? It slacks off just as I start the camera. Every time without fail. But I've got my girl here, look. Here's my girl. Can you see how heavy she's panting and breathing? It's okay, babe. Tina girl. Tina girl. Daddy's got his girl. Hey? He'll be gone soon. He'll be gone soon, sweetheart. It's my girl. She hates it. She doesn't like the thunder and lightning. She doesn't like the rain. She doesn't understand wind. She doesn't understand how the side of the tent can be moving all on its own. Still got thunder rumbling out there. Continuous rumble. Hey, babe. Do your eyebrows. Do your eyebrows. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Hey. Oh, I like that cuddle. I like that cuddle when you put your chin down heavy into my hand. That's nice. That's nice. I got you, babe. I got you. Daddy's got his girl. Daddy's got his girl. That was lovely, thank you. Thanks. Thanks. This is my Tina girl. Hey. Where else are you gonna go when you're not happy, when you're not certain, when you're frightened? You come to your daddy for a cuddle. It's okay, babe. Look at her panting. You see her body shaking. I got her. I got her. Okay, folks. Later. Okay, guys. You're gonna like this one. I used to get called a psychic plot consultant when I was watching a film, because I could guess the ending. Now watch this. If you see the hours of this thunderstorm have been extended, it's now going to be thunder and lightning and what have you until 8 o'clock. The 7 o'clock, while 8 o'clock hour is now on. 100% guaranteed because it's already actually doing it. But get this. How much rain? How much rain? It's over 20 millimeters now being predicted. Now, here's what's really interesting again. You remember this expected values shenanigans? Add up that 1.5, that 0.3 and that 0.8. Ignore the fact that some of them are only 80% chance and 50% chance. Just add them up. You'll get somewhere around 2.6. You can add the other ones on as well. You call it 3mm if you like. Doesn't matter what you do with all the rest of these nothing burgers here, these nothingnessers. How do we get to 22.4mm? What is that? There is nothing in these numbers here to justify 22.4mm. I find it funny that I said it would climb above 20, but there's nothing here in the hourly breakdowns to justify that 22.4mm precipitation. There's nothing. You can't get above 3mm out of anything that's here. It's just crazy maths. I don't know whether this is down to weather.com that provide the data or whether it's Google. Somebody should be doing some kind of post-processing and like credibility checking on these numbers, a sanity check to see whether the numbers are in the right ballpark. With the numbers that they're putting down for each of these hours here, 2mm would be nearer the mark as a guess as a guesstimate for the rain still to come today. This 22.4mm makes absolutely no sense. These ones at 5% chance of a quarter of a, they're a nothingness. They're just nothing. Okay, enough ranting. Apparently it's going to be thunder and lightning now, from now until 8 o'clock. We shall see. I have my doubts, but later. Okay guys, 16:36, and frankly the weather's glorious. Thunder and lightning and rainstorms, not so much. Not so much. What do you think? Now, the thunder and lightning kind of warnings and alerts are still in place. They're still saying more rain. They've moved them back, moved everything back an hour or two, but they've reduced the rainfall predictions down to next to nothing. So I think it's over, done. Let's have a quick look at my earlier repairs to this side of the tent. Well, they don't look great, do they? Well, they were never going to look great. I guess they've survived-ish. It didn't get any worse. That was the thing, it didn't get any worse. So yeah. Here's a Tina girl. Hey babe, stop scratching. Tina, stop scratching. Drink your water. Drink your water. Where you going? Where you going? Hey babe. That sun's incredibly hot. Incredibly hot. It is kind of difficult to reconcile the temperature and the heat from the sun with the forecast. But I guess it can still happen. Thunder and lightning can still happen, but there's not much in the way of rain on the way, allegedly. We'll see what happens, folks. Catch you later. Okay folks, it is just after 6:20, and as you can probably hear, it's raining a little bit again. I'm not hearing thunder and lightning though, so I don't think this is any big deal. No biggie. Let's have a look at Tina though. She's back over in her own corner now. Let's have a look. There she is. Tina girl. Say hello to the peoples. That's Tina's personal corner. Okay folks, later. Well folks, just got back from taking Tina for an evening walk. It is 7:45 and it's turned out to be quite a nice evening. Let's have a quick look. There you go, looking into the sun towards the west to north. A little more cloud, but nothing nasty. Clearish at the sea where the cloud's supposed to be coming from, and off to the south. A few birds overhead. It's nice and sunny, as you can see. Not bad at all. We certainly haven't had the hours and hours of rain and thunderstorms and what have you. Little bits, but nothing to speak of really. Let's look, let me show you. This bowl's been out in it all day. That's the extent of it. I think there's more dust in there than there is rain. Okay folks, I think this brings to an end my second anniversary, or my second TrampAversary, as I called it. Hey, let's hope I'm not here this time next year. Okay folks. From Tina, and from me, Delta Mike, out.